What's up, Flick Connection? This is Darren, and today I'm going to give you all the best movies coming to Netflix in December 2017. So right away on December 1st, we get a couple of really good titles, starting with Full Metal Jacket. Classic Stanley Kubrick flick. If you haven't seen it, it's a must-watch. Most people have seen it. This is sort of a rite of passage for movie lovers. You have to see this movie at some point, and it's one of those movies that a lot of people see early on that really helps them kind of fall in love, not just with Stanley Kubrick, but a lot of other movies from that era. So great war movie, not for those with a weak stomach. Really, really strong stuff in this movie, so if you haven't seen it, don't watch it with your 12-year-old son. It is not for him, but I highly recommend it. It's one of the better movies coming to the platform this month, and you can watch it on December 1st. December 1st also brings a lot of other things. I'm going to give you the full list at the end of the video, but just some things that are noteworthy starting December 1st is V for Vendetta, which I really enjoyed. I think I didn't like it as much because it was sort of the follow-up to The Matrix, the creators of The Matrix. It was their first movie after The Matrix, and it just didn't live up to those expectations. But standalone, great flick. December 1st, we've also got Dreamcatcher, which is a really cool Stephen King adaptation. It gets a little bit off the rails as, for me, a lot of times with Stephen King, when he gets a little too far into the special kids thing, it just sort of like takes me out of everything else that's going on. But as far as like an alien invasion movie, this one's pretty cool. It just goes down this sort of it goes down a weird path that I didn't really like, but I really like the alien invasion that occurs in this movie. It's really cool. It's really different. If you've never seen it, but you've been loving all the new Stephen King stuff that's been coming out recently, definitely check this flick out. It's still solid, still holds up today. Looks like it was just filmed yesterday. For the kids, Nacho Libre is on the platform this month. It kind of comes and goes from Netflix, so nothing too special there, but it is a lot of fun.
Singing, it's my turn to sing at the party.
And an oldie but a goodie, The Little Rascals. And I'm not talking about the old Little Rascals. I'm talking about the Little Rascals from the 90s. This is a really fun kids movie. If you've got kids now, you probably saw this one when you were a kid. It'll be a fun one to watch with them, and you can start watching that December 1st. Moving on later in the month, on December 5th, probably one of the better movies to be on Netflix this month is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Movie did really well. A lot of people have already seen it. I loved it. I thought it was just as good as the first. So I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it. If you've waited, now's your chance to watch it without having to pay for a rental fee or obviously a movie ticket. But it really is a good one for December. The list is a little thin, but this is one of the stronger ones to have been added to Netflix in a while. I'm kind of surprised they're putting it on there, given some of the things that we got a little bit later in this list. Noteworthy, on December 6th, there's going to be a Trolls holiday special. Not something for me and not something for most of my viewers, but if you have kids and they love the Trolls movie, which a lot of young kids did this past year, they're going to be putting out a holiday special on December 6th, so you definitely want to catch that one while you can. Not sure that this is going to be the best thing on the list. In fact, I'll be surprised if it is, but it's probably the most important and the most anticipated, and that is Bright, starring Will Smith. It is a huge blockbuster movie coming exclusively to Netflix on December 22nd. So only Netflix subscribers will be able to watch this movie. And the reason it's so important is because it's going to show us whether or not Netflix can deliver a movie like this. They've done pretty good as far as their original movies go. There have been some flops. There have been some decent ones. There have been some that I really liked. But as far as ones that could have done really well in the theater, that are at that level, that are at or even close to that Guardians of the Galaxy level, can Netflix put something like that out directly on the platform? Bright is going to at least be a preview as to whether or not it's possible. Now, there's a little bit of a hesitation here because it is directed by David Ayer, who just did Suicide Squad, which most people did not like. I'm included. I like the way that movie looked. Bright looks awesome, but that's about it. It really fell flat. It didn't make a lot of sense a lot of times. Hopefully, Bright is a better movie. If it's better than Suicide Squad, at a minimum, that's going to mean good things for Netflix. So I'm really just curious to see how that pans out. Immediately following that, on December 23rd, one I'm personally excited about. It's available now for streaming, but it's going to be available on Netflix the 23rd, and that's Creep 2. The original Creep was just a really cool found footage type movie. It was really bizarre, but I liked it for that reason. It is by no means a masterpiece, but it's sort of a cult classic already. So the sequel apparently is just as good. So I'll be looking forward to watching that on the 23rd. And then on New Year's Eve, we get a brand new Dave Chapelle special. He killed it this past year with his first two specials, back-to-back specials, in ages. He's just been on hiatus for over a decade. Suddenly he puts out two specials. We get a brand new one on New Year's Eve, only on Netflix. Now, I don't know anything about this special, but from what I've heard, his current material that he's currently doing on the road is dynamite. He's killing it. It should be just as good as the others, which, you know, I don't know if I'm going to get an opportunity to watch it New Year's Eve night, but if I don't, I will be watching it on New Year's Day, January 1st, where hopefully here I've already posted another video of all the things you can see on Netflix in January. So if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you like these sort of Netflix recommendations, absolutely you should subscribe to this channel. I put new stuff out every single week, multiple times a week. But thanks for watching, and you will see me next time.